Hey, Devin.
Hey, come on in.
How's it going?
Excellent. I've been looking forward to this all day.
So have we. So we're just going to ask you a bunch of questions. Do you mind if I get started?
Let's do it. But you mind if I water some plants while we're talking?
Sounds good to me.
All right, cool.
So what is the first thing you do in the morning?
Chug like a liter of water.
What is something about you people might not know?
Actually, when I was in college, I loved peanut butter. I loved it. I loved it so much that I bought a peanut butter grinder so that I could grind it fresh in my apartment. And I started to sell it to my friends. And then when I graduated, I actually sold it at farmers markets in my town, and I was making like a couple hundred jars every single week. It was fun.
So my next question then, chunky or smooth?
Chunky, every single time.
What is the first thing you do when you come off air?
I'm pretty hard on myself, I'll be honest. So I think about all the things that I wish I'd done better.
Who is the first host you worked with at QVC?
That was a night I'll never forget. It was this cold winter day in January 2013. My family and I, we had the Today Special Value, and for some reason or not, I was first up at the show at midnight, presenting the Oriental Totem Pole with Amy Strand. It was an unforgettable experience. I don't have a clue what I said. All I know is I made it through.
What is your favorite day off activity?
I like to do something like pretty intense, like take a long hike, or maybe do a class of yoga and then come home and feast. You want to go outside and explore?
Sure, let's head out.
All right, let's do it.
What is one thing you truly cherish?
My family, absolutely.
What is one thing you can't live without?
Loud music. I have not met all of my neighbors around here, but I know that they know when I'm coming home from work.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Definitely energetic, motivated, and when I was in 7th grade, I created the motto for myself, which was efficiency, so that would definitely be the 3rd one.
What is a pet peeve you have?
Listening to my older brother eat, can't stand that.
What is the scariest thing you have ever done?
Oh man. So when I was a little kid, like 4 or 5 years old, I was really headstrong. If I didn't have my way, I'd get my little backpack, fill it with all my underwear and socks, and I would try to run away. But my mom would always stop me until one day she let me go. And I made it up the street, about 2 houses down before I started bawling my eyes out. I remember my heart was racing, but thankfully the postman was nearby and he knew me and he brought me home and everything was all right. But it was definitely the scariest day I think I've ever had.
What is something you would never do?
Betray the trust of someone I love.
What are you getting over there?
I wanted to add some fresh mint. I just poured myself some tea. I think some fresh mint might be a nice addition.
What is your favorite thing to eat?
Always start out with some good fresh vegetables, followed by a lot of sweets. I have a big sweet tooth, it's true.
What is your least favorite thing to eat?
I became a vegetarian when I was like 18, so since then, that's like, 14 years ago, and I think that means meat.
Where is your favorite place to travel?
When I travel, I really only do one thing, and that's walk around and explore and soak in the energy. So for me, traveling to Europe has everything I could want. It has the architecture, it has the smells of fresh bread and pastries emanating and wafting through the streets. It's like everything I could ever desire and more.
That fresh bread in Europe is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Where is somewhere on your travel bucket list?
For some reason, I've always wanted to go to the mountains of China. I don't know why, but for me, it's like this last frontier, which a lot of people haven't been to, but I know the plant life there is unlike anything else in the world, and one day I'm gonna make it there.
Is there something you're not good at?
Well, I'm a perfectionist, so I only do things I'm good at, so no.
Do you have any hidden talents?
I'm actually pretty good at handstands, as a matter of fact.
Can you show us?
Okay, let's see if I can do it.
Wow, that's impressive.
I did it. Oh, that felt good. You want to take a little walk?
For sure.
Cool.
Can you say anything in a foreign language?
Sí, puedo hablar español.
What does that mean?
I can speak Spanish. Et je parle français. And I speak some French.
What is the biggest surprise you have ever had?
So I have this really weird way of eating where I really only eat at night, but I was traveling to the country of Chile a couple years ago, and I was staying at this hostel. I decided, oh, let's go have breakfast. So I went down to have breakfast. So unusual for me. And when I was sitting at the breakfast table, this beautiful Colombian girl came and sat next to me. And we started chit-chatting. I asked her if she wanted to take a walk, and we've been together ever since.
That's a great story. What is the best gift you have ever received?
Well, my mother is an artist, and sometimes I try to draw plants that I'm growing. And last winter, I had just drawn this little sketch of a plant that my girlfriend and I were growing together. And I don't know how or when she did it, but she took my sketch and she had it blown up like 10 times its size. And now it's in my office and I see it every day and it makes me so happy.
Oh, what's the best gift you have ever given?
Oh, this is a cool one. I gave my little sister, when she graduated from college, I bought us 2 tickets on a cruise ship, a 5-day cruise through the Caribbean. But this wasn't like your average cruise. This was a reggae cruise. Starting at noon until 5 a.m. every single day were reggae artists performing. It was just this big dance party for 5 days. It was wild.
That sounds so fun. What's your favorite season?
Oh, I'm really basic when it comes to the season. Fall, I love the color of the leaves changing in the fall with a nice pumpkin spiced drink by my side.
What's your favorite holiday?
For me, it's all about Christmas. And there's no other holiday that can compete with Christmas. Give me a couple dozen Christmas cookies and some movies and a day with snow and my family by my side. That is easily my favorite day of the year.
What are you most excited about these days?
Well, I haven't seen my girlfriend for a couple of months, and I have a ticket down to go see her next week, so I'm really excited to go see her, finally.
What's a skill you wish you had?
I wish I was handy around the house. I bought this house, you know, it needs some freshening up, some renovations, and I thought, all right, I'll do it myself. Turns out I don't know anything about housework, and I wish I was a lot more handy.
Who is the last person you texted?
My little niece, Ani. I'm always sending her these little gifs and memes. She's 9 years old. For some reason, she thinks I'm hilarious. And so I'm always sending her these gifs and memes, and whenever I do, she makes me smile and it makes me so happy.
Hey, someone's got to be your biggest fan.
She is, I think.
If you could live in any historical decade, what would it be?
Oh man, I've always loved the Impressionist era, you know, like thinking like the late 1800s in Paris, living in the cafes, drinking coffee and absinthe and reading poetry, looking at paintings. That would be the coolest decade or coolest time frame to live in, I think.
Well, that's perfect for you. You already speak some French.
I know.
What is your spirit animal?
A jaguar.
Why a jaguar?
Because they're cool. They're courageous, they're fast, they're cunning. Everything I like to think I am.
If you had a job besides your one now, what would it be?
Well, you know, it's kind of boring. I studied economics in college, so it'd probably be with the stock market and finance.
What is your favorite piece of advice you have ever gotten?
Well, if you remember, I was saying like, I'm very motivated. I try to be really efficient. So I always have this huge laundry list of things that I'm trying to accomplish. And my dad, you know, he once told me, it's okay to have a big list of things you want to do. Just remember, you don't have to do it all today. So I think about that a lot, actually.
What is your name of your first pet?
Growing up, we had this annoying little parakeet named Bobo. And Bobo would fly around, leave her droppings all over the place. I wasn't the biggest friend or biggest fan of Bobo, I'll be honest.
If you attempted to play any sport professionally, what would it be?
Golf. I'd love to be a professional golfer. Yeah, it's like chill, you get to be outside, enjoying nature, but it is a mental game. I don't think there's any sport that is as mentally challenging as golf. And so that combination of physical and mental it seems like it would be really fantastic to be like awesome at.
Do you golf now?
I do. I've golfed since I was like 10 years old. My grandma, she got me my first set of golf clubs when I was 10 and played ever since.
Where is your favorite place to hang out?
For me, I love going walking with my friends. It's like the conversation is flowing, you get to get some exercise, you see pretty things. That's my favorite thing to do with friends.
What is your worst habit?
I'm really addicted to caffeine. I can't think of a day that I've missed my coffee since I was like 18, I'd say.
Hot or iced coffee?
Oh, hot.
Always hot?
Always hot.
What is your best habit?
My best habit, I love to read. I think reading has shaped who I am more than anything else that I do in my spare time. And I always have like three or four books on my bedside and by my desk waiting to be read.
What is your favorite thing to plant?
I'd say like 9 out of 10 plants in my garden have some sort of memory attached, so I call them memory plants. Either they remind me of a person or somewhere that I've traveled to. All my plants, they have some sort of memory attached to them.
What would be your advice for someone who wants to start gardening?
Be patient. Plants are on their own timeline. As much as you want that plant to grow and get huge and beautiful really quickly, they need some time, so be patient.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
Definitely a morning person, but give me at least like an hour before you talk to me, please.
Have to wait for the coffee.
Like a whole French press, at least.
If your life was a hashtag, what would it be?
Hashtag plant vibes.
What is your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure, candy corn. I actually have some candy corn in the freezer. You want some?
Yeah, we're wrapping up this interview. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.